Hi, if you are watching this, it's because Dan's stream died. This is the disclaimer that says we're not going to watch our language or anything, so just fucking deal with it. Anyways, invite link, copy invite link, kick over to StreamYard, private chat, there you go. Okay, the others are coming over now. Add.
Yay. We're back. I can't hear you. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, Zolan, did I share this on stream? I don't remember if I did.
Yeah, you shared it before you fell asleep.
Oh, did I?
Or was that night, or was it the night that I was, or was it yesterday when I was an asshole? I can't remember now.
Honestly, I think I was just overreacting and had a really fucking bad day yesterday.
So was I. So it's all good.
Okay. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay, we're live.
Yeah, we are live. Oh yeah, definitely live. Live chat. Pop out.
All right. Well, Shruk's printing on the new idea maker, so
cool.
Hey, can you post a link to the stream in private chat?
Link to the YouTube video?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Private.
Jerry, I don't care.
Nope, wrong one.
Got it.
But looks like Greg got it.
Yeah.
In case anyone else wants to join. Glad I remembered to set my normal account as a moderator. Apparently Marcel got the link.
Is he coming back?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Oh. Oh, my fan just clicked on. I gotta replace that fan.
It's Marcel.
Yep.
It's a me.
Welcome back.
Printed a cool hand last night.
Nice. Why?
Actually mounts to the wall so it can hold my cables.
Oh.
My computer.
I should do that for my VGA thing.
I was thinking of printing a bunch similar to that to hold the drones that I'm putting together. But then that way, when I leave my house and I take all the drones with me, it looks like there's a bunch of hands reaching out of the wall.
Right. Just have them all over the place, different sizes.
Yep.
You can get a demonic hand too. It's like a devil's hand with like really sharp fingernails and stuff too.
Yeah.
Shane, what are you stuffing your face with?
Okay, well, might as well go get the drone and plug it into Betaflight, make some changes.
Ooh, there you go.
This thing flew for like 2 minutes the other day, and now something's screwed up on it.
Is that the 75 or the 65?
This is a 65, but an iFlight frame with a FPV canopy on it instead of the carbon fiber top plate that's supposed to go on it.
Nice.
A smaller stack and everything, but I wanted to put a HD recording on it, so having the canopy makes room for it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I have
EBS Nano on the back of it, which heats up really bad, and I think it probably fried my board.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I have the Meteor 75 and the 85 of that one, the 85X HD, and I have killed both. They're both in pieces right now.
Really?
Yeah. So I went to replace the frame on the 85 because I hit something hard enough that I heard the thunk from the other side of my property.
Wow.
And so as I was replacing the frame, I accidentally broke the ground wire on my Nano because I have Crossfire in it. So I went to go solder the ground wire back on and bumped one of the diodes off of it.
Mm,
Oh no!
yeah.
And then
Great.
lost it because it's one of the little ones.
Tiny little thing up.
Here's what
So-
I'm playing right now.
Nice.
Beauty.
It's the iFlight IH2. It's got the Caddx Vista.
Yeah, I was gonna say DJI.
Yeah. Took plunge, man. I couldn't wait any longer. Someone kind of got me.
I showed him the fly woo, and he was like, "Okay, yeah, I gotta go."
I
That
was
way.
like, all right, I'm gonna take the plunge.
If money was an option and I was working right now, I would totally buy into DJI. But as
I
fast
was,
as
you know, and I'm still wanting to see what happens with what is it, frostbite or bite frost, or they're calling it nowadays, or shark bite. I think.
yeah, that's kind of old news now. But the new emerging Ghost is supposedly going to be really good.
Yeah.
But
I ordered the Ghost.
Yeah, I have the Ghost as well on the way.
Yeah, they say it's not really any better with the reviews so far. It's not as any better than Crossfire. So if you have one, it's
Yeah,
pick one.
I think it's more
Nobody's-
for the pilot or for the
Oh,
race.
hang on. Somebody just popped into the green room, but I'm not there, so hang on my way.
But yeah, I didn't have Crossfire, and I don't know. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and get Ghost, because so far everything I've done, Free Sky XM Plus has been fun. So
Yeah, totally.
But, you know, I don't fly a lot of long range.
I'm not flying crazy long range anyway, but
Yeah.
I get pretty
Hey, pretty
good.
dude.
Yeah, and see, I'm going to be flying long range. That's why I wanted to go.
They're pretty dude.
Wanted to try Ghost. That and Ghost uses LoRa. And
Yeah.
I want to see how they did that.
I mean, the way I look at it, considering it's like pre-released and it's already kind of on par with Crossfire, I'm sure it'll be just as good. You know? Maybe not.
Well, and I have Crossfire, so I'll be able to test.
Yeah, you already have it.
Yeah, Joshua Bardwell just did a review on the Ghost and the Crossfire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and Nerf were walking around. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really count his review yet. Neither does he,
Yeah.
because
No.
he even said this is just a walking around test.
No.
It's not
Yeah.
a very good test.
Right.
Or
But
as,
like
you know,
he was saying, the reason he did it is why he did it, because it wasn't possible with the VTX, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
as long as your VTX is really good, then sure, great, get a great
Yeah.
RX. But
Because one's going to beat the other. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the other thing is, it'd be great and all for me to get these. Damn it. Get all these drones working and go, oh, I got long range, I can go so far, but I can't see where I'm at. So what does it matter?
right, so you need a long range VTX
Yeah.
as well, which is
So now I'm saving up for the DJI
crazy antennas and stuff.
Love my DJI.
because the Flywoo, the
Yeah.
reviews on that with the DJI setup. Oh my god!
The Explorer. Yeah, I got one just shipped. So I don't know when it's going to get here because I didn't do the DHL. But my buddy, of course, did the DHL, but it was like an extra $30. I'm like, no way, I'm not paying $30.
Mine won't ship until September,
Yeah.
and mine's the analog version.
Yep. So I'm like, yeah, I'm done for the fall season. And then I figure now I might get a Beta FPV 95X because that's what all of my local buddies are flying now. But I'm like, yeah, I don't know. What I'm waiting for though is a 1S DJI Whoop that can fly indoor, easily. Like I don't know if they're going to come out with one. I guess you could just go 2S on, like the Beta FPV. But I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, you can do it with those ones, right? But it's like, yeah, the smaller you get, the crazier it's hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the newbie flying today, and I can barely control that thing. And with all the wind currents in my house from the window AC units and the fans,
That's funny.
oh, and if I get anywhere near a wall, it'll suck up against the wall.
You get the prop wash.
Apparently, Jerry's talking about Marcel's hair.
Got the summer cut going. Kind of like mine.
Back to school
Something like that.
haircut.
Yep. Yeah, so Devin, tell us about your first day at school. I heard it was, first day as an engineering teacher. right?
So for last year, my first year, I was a robotics teacher, but it was really more robot coach playing teacher, because it was just glorified robot practice. I didn't have to really teach much. It was just okay, we're in here and it's last period of the day. It's essentially just glorified robot practice.
Yeah.
And now it's like I've got 3 classes and like with actual like curriculum that I'm writing and actually teaching engineering at the middle school and high
That's
school
awesome. That's just really awesome.
as well as my robotics classes, which is still glorified robot practice.
It's really cool. Yeah, I mean, that's probably not too common, is it? Because I think our school, the science teacher, she kind of, I've helped her out with a couple of the drone extracurricular things, but yeah, she doesn't teach like regular engineering stuff. We did a 3D printing one and a drone one. That's about it.
Yeah, I am writing 100% writing my own curriculum. My school is like, yeah, we want to do this thing, and I think you're qualified, so here, do the thing.
That's really
And just like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
cool.
It's like,
Figured it out. Yeah.
how does one write lesson plans?
Are all the students in person, or are they doing remote?
No, actually, I found out about 10 minutes into the class when I'm taking roll. I have 2 that are doing distance learning. It's like, well, shit. How do I do my 100% in-person hands-on class? Hi, Pixel.
Looks like the cat woke up.
Hi. He was awoken by my dad. Yeah, no, I've got 2 that are doing distance learning, and then I don't know how many I've got doing distance learning at the high school level because we have like first couple days is like a retreat,
Yeah.
and then we start actual classes for the high school on Monday.
So the majority of the students are going 5 days a week, except for those 2.
At the middle school level, I know those 2 are. So I've got 3 that are doing distance, and I don't know how many I've gotten at the high school level doing distance yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's not easy for distance for engineering.
Oh no, you got to be hands on a little bit, right?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, not sure how you're supposed to like interact with this 3D printer that I brought in from home, but okay. But I now have 2 classrooms instead of 1. And I did not realize just how difficult it is to hang a poster on a wall and make it straight.
Yeah.
And then another teacher walked into my room, and I'm using a laser tape measure to get everything straight. And all the teachers were like, wait, what? Because everyone else apparently just uses the little lines that are on the bricks.
Yeah.
And then I brought in a laser tape measure.
That's cool. You'll have the most level of all of them probably, but then they might not line up with the lines on the brick, right?
Yeah, I know, because my wall isn't straight and it bothers me.
Yeah.
But turns out if you give an engineer a problem and a crayon, things get solved.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
Which I'm currently CADing it so I can 3D print it. And then I also I tried to sign my contract in crayon, and my principal was like, no, don't do that.
Jeez.
Oh.
Gonna write some of her backwards.
I have the coolest desk sign of all the teachers because it's 3D printed.
Badass.
Yeah. Except for I really hate the fact that they have to call me Miss Rizzo. Like, I wish they could just call me by my first name. Because every time they call me Miss Rizzo, like subconsciously and sometimes physically, I turn around and start looking for my mother.
Just call me Rizzo. Call me. It's my gangster name.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're like, I'm 23. Like, you don't have to call me ma'am.
Madame Rizzo. Mademoiselle Rizzo.
I've got a busted fan blade on my 15 blower, and I can hear it all the way over here. I'm like 30 feet away from it. The one that's burning right here. Yeah. Oh, you can't hear on the. Okay, that's good. It is kind of annoying, and I've been meaning to replace it, but you know how that goes.
I shouldn't have done what I did.
Uh-oh. Did you try something?
I didn't fry it, but I don't remember what I changed, so now I just have to erase everything and go back to default.
On Betaflight?
Yeah, it turns out the PIDs and stuff I was doing, everything I changed was for an F4, and this is an F3.
Yeah, that might not make a huge difference. Well,
It
the
doesn't
different
make
versions of, yeah, it's more the versions of Betaflight that make the difference. Because sometimes it used to be like the PIDs for, every minor version update were completely different, but I don't know.
And well, it wasn't just PIDs. I was playing around in the setup as well.
Yeah.
just send it.
Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah, as I was telling Greg or via other means, I have to give this thing about 50% to 60% power just to get it to take off the wherever it is.
Localhost, my school does mandate that they use Miss or Mrs. or Mr. or something. Or
That's bigger in the South, I think, right? I mean, I remember down there, I can remember in Louisiana, I'd be like, because I was from, had moved from Ohio or something, and they're like, I'd be like, thank you, and they'd be like, thank you what? And I'm like, huh? And they're like, sir, thank you, sir. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, we're big on that down here.
Sorry.
See, I think most like niceties and politeness like that is just kind of useless.
Yeah.
Like I still do it just because I was raised in the South, but like overall, I think it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I slip back into it easily when I go south, but I'm sure my kids would have no clue. They'd
But
be like,
so for robotics, like after school, like they all call me Devin, and it's like when they're in class, like you've got to call me Miss Rizzo because admin says so.
Yeah. Just how it is. So what you working on tonight, Shane? Anything fun?
I'm trying to get Chrome OS to pass the USB serial terminal to the VM that it has for running Linux applications.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be like something simple and stupid, but it's not. So
Yeah, figures.
Yeah.
I want a snack. What do I want?
I don't know.
I just had some bubble tea. That was pretty good.
Bubble tea does sound great.
We have a local place, and they actually grow. They use hydroponics, and they grow all their produce year round inside these old warehouses downtown. And I mean, it's just like the highest quality veggies and peppers and everything that they put in there. And then of course the bubble tea. I don't think they grow that natively, but they might. I think it's what do they call those things? Tapioca pearls, or like the boba.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're always perfect. They're like kind of just chewy enough where you want to chew it, but you don't want to. I don't know. Some people swallow them whole, but I like to chew them up first.
Didn't somebody end up in the hospital for doing that?
Yeah, I saw somebody like I forget. I was reading the article and I shared it with my wife and kids, and they had like all the 1,000 undigested bobas in their stomach, and it was like causing a blockage.
Yeah,
they were going like twice a day or something for a while.
Oh damn!
14-year-old girl was hospitalized for hundreds of undigested boba.
Yeah.
See, I like the bursting kinds.
Yeah, those are good. Those aren't really the same. Just because they digest.
Local host. I will not get a Snickers bar because I don't like chocolate.
Let's not go there again.
I say celery. What do they call it? Ants on a log. Celery and peanut butter and raisins. You ever had that? It's a good snack.
Okay, so you are one.
I remember my growing up as a kid.
Two. Save and reboot.
Yeah.
My best friend and I are kind of obsessed with comparing Twitter dick sizes with analytics.
No.
And he had one tweet go semi-viral in InfoSec, and he's just over the moon that he has more impressions on his Twitter account than I do this month.
So with brushed motors, do I use PWM?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of experiment with different values to get the sound out, the ringing sound when you fly it. But there's like I think it's like 6,000.
Apparently on this, according to
I can't remember the number now.
the B newbie setup guide, PWM is supposed to be set to 1,000.
Okay, yeah, try 1,000 then.
Where's this disarm motor thing?
Oh, I just realized the retraction I put on that was wrong because I put it on for direct drive. Hopefully it turns out okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because I printed on my other. One of them's got direct drive and one of them doesn't. I put it on the Bowden setup because I forgot I had PLA on that one and not the other TPU on the other one. Oh well. Let's see what happens.
This has an S-Bus serial receiver? Am I looking at the right board?
It should be, if I remember it, that one's FreeSky, so
Yeah.
it should be S-Bus.
Okay. Okay. So that is right. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't remember changing that last time, but
Yep.
I've been in here so many times now I can't remember what I've done.
Is it
There
S
is
Bus
no
or is it
telemetry.
SPI receiver? Isn't
Well,
that
it's
built
old.
in?
It's like a B Core V2, I think, or V1.
V1.
So it's really old.
Oh, okay.
It's like 5 years old, I think.
It's the one that I have to actually short a couple pins on the board just to do binding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is old. So there's not even a button.
Nope.
Yeah, but I tell you what, that board was right after the Inductrix got real popular. So it's probably 2016, and then China started cranking them out like they always do. And that was like you had that one. You had there's one other one that you had the B Brain. I think that was a knockoff of the B Brain, which is newbie drones.
Okay. Now to go get my controller and rebind it because
You shouldn't have to. Yeah, I don't think you would have to rebind it. You don't have to do that between firmware updates.
well, I erased all settings.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Welcome to OpenTX.
Hey, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah, Dan fell out. We're not sure what happened.
yep, you're right. It works. I don't need to change anything. Yay! With that.
Yeah. We'll see how it flies.
Well, I have to I have to go find where I found all those PIDs and stuff now that I set up because those actually worked.
Yeah. It looks like Marcel froze.
He might have. Yep.
Yep, there he goes. Oh, Devin
2 down.
popped up too.
And I'm just trying to use a different camera.
Ah.
Trying. For some reason, it's not working. Just
Check
playing
out my-
around.
Yeah, Chris, his Dan fell over, I think. What sucks? Whatever. Oh, I'm on top chat. That's what's going on. Stupid. Oh, there's the maple leaf.
Yeah, that print's cranking along. It's looking pretty good. I'm doing a Moai, one of those Easter Island heads.
Okay.
Ah. So
The
why
first-
can't I add a link?
First time I saw one of those Moai heads was on printed off of a rail core.
Yeah. That look pretty good. I've been using those instead of benchies. I just like the look of them, and you know, I've got like 12 of them, I think, sent in with some of those aliens 3D samples.
Yeah, my print of choice, it seems like, is this little Gengar.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. What is that filament?
This is Snow
flight?
Labs.
Oh, okay.
Some of their PLA had a gift code for it, so or percentage off or whatever.
Nice.
I use their ABS a lot because it doesn't require nearly as much heat to print.
Mm-hmm.
So it prints out and it doesn't warp as bad. This is
Yeah,
flat piece and it's perfectly
Yeah.
flat.
that looks good. I always try to print ABS in an enclosure, but even when I do, I've seen it curl up. Yeah, you got one there. Yeah, that's nice. What do you print ABS? What do you like? Just functional stuff, or?
Yeah, pretty much functional, and then like props for like people's costumes. I'll print in ABS because it'll take the heat a lot better. So like when they leave it in their car, it doesn't turn into mush.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I used to
Does this
print a ton of that a couple of years ago, like probably back in 2015, 2016. It was kind of the go-to. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Does-
huge too.
Does this even support Horizon mode, or is it just angle or acro?
No, yeah. I mean that it should. You're not seeing a. It might. Yeah, you're not seeing that as an option in there.
When I uncheck, I see all the options, and it's got things I know it doesn't support, like head free.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Makes
you
sense.
know, come to think of it, Horizon, it may not support that because I don't think it has enough power to flip without crashing to the ground.
Oh, good
So,
point.
Yeah, I would just do angle and
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Horizon then, just have
Yeah.
angle.
yeah, because those B-brains don't really have. They're not very big speed controllers on there.
Yeah, and I'm not using acro yet.
Yeah.
In fact, let's do that. That makes more sense. Let's set it so it's defaulted in angle,
Yeah.
and then to turn acro on, I move the switch.
That's how I
There we
set it
go.
up when I first started. Now it's the other way. I default it to acro and switch it to angle or Horizon.
Okay, now to go find that link I found earlier that had all the PIDs.
Well, I just found my answer. Only
Uh-oh.
Android devices are currently supported for
Uh,
USB preferences. So I can't even expose the 3D printer to this because what I wanted to do is I don't like Raspberry Pis because they're like super flaky.
Really? I've had no issues with mine.
Yeah, like I bought an official Raspberry Pi charger and all that stuff because I was having a problem. People were like, "Oh, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong." Like I'm using the stock image, all that stuff, and I kept having it crash. I've tried different Raspberry Pis, different SD cards, and I was having problems with it stuttering, rebooting randomly. Like
Really?
yeah, like
yeah, no, you have something wrong there because I have 7 Pi 4s here and 12 Pi 3s. No issues.
yeah. I threw it on an old bit of hardware back there, and I've had zero problems with it.
What were you trying to run? Or what are you doing?
Didn't quite understand what you're asking.
Like what kind
What
of?
are you running on the Pi?
Yeah.
Oh, Octoprint.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been.
I have no idea why you're having issues.
Yeah, I've been running Octoprint for 3 or 4 years on a Pi 2 and a Pi 3. I don't think I have any Pi 4s yet.
Yeah.
But, it's been stable. I mean, in fact, I just leave it. I've left the Pi on for like I could probably run uptime on it and see how long it's been running. But it's probably been at least a year.
Yeah. As soon as I switched over to the regular PC, it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
power supplies, I even used PC power supply because
I got 3 Pi 4s currently on printers running Octoprint at this moment, and all 3 have 2 or more cameras.
At some point, I will actually figure out how to set up Octoprint.
I just
So
ran the
there's got to
uptime.
be something odd about your environment or something, or you just have the worst luck on purchasing them because I have heard some people they get a Pi and it never works for them. They get it replaced, it still doesn't work. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and the two that I really tried it with were the Pi 3, and the original Pi, it worked, but it was just so damn slow. Like, trying to get into the web page and everything was super slow. So it's like it worked. Like once you hit print, it would eventually print. But
How clean's your power at that place?
battery backup. Like I got battery backups on.
So you have buck and boost.
Yeah.
And it's conditioned, filtered.
Yeah, it's APC UPSs that I run on many
Okay.
computer equipment. So
I'm just running down the things that could possibly cause issues, but then I have to remember I don't even have grounds in this house, so
yeah. Yeah, and I've got a lot of computer equipment. So like the weird thing is the Raspberry Pi that I have left is running my thing upstairs for the Realtek SDR stuff.
My Ender 3 one's been up for 205 days.
Yeah.
And then I was just printing on that recently, and then the other one was 74.
I've got a PiAware setup that's on a Pi 4 with 3 RTL SDRs on it and a bunch of other stuff, and it's been running for 6 months nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pi running the 1090 stuff. It's been up for months, and that's just been plugged into the wall upstairs.
Yeah, that's the same thing I'm running. Yeah, I'm doing 1090, 978, and Airband.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably just something glitchy on it.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been, because I was running it on an ANET. I tried it on the what did I have at the time? I had a.
Did you block the power pin on the USB cable?
Yeah, because there's backfeed. There's voltage backfeed because there's no diode on it.
No, that could be. I tried it on multiple printers. I tried it on the.
With my Enders, if I don't block that pin, my webcams that I have plugged into them will randomly shut off.
Oh.
Yeah. Not only that, but it'll try to power the printer when you turn the printer off and leave the Pi on.
Oh, that could be. Well, that would explain it why the full PC worked fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the PC's got the resistors in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put some tape on it. That's what I do.
Yep. Nice little sliver electrical tape across the BCC plus.
Well, yeah, I'll have to try that at some point. I got rid of all the Pis, so.
I don't blame you. People have a bad experience with something, and you've tried and tried and tried. Why keep trying?
Yeah, I mean, I tried it on multiple printers. What was the other one? It's like a super expensive one. They're open source. They're in North Dakota now.
Oh, Lulzbot?
Yes, I had a Lulzbot. I tried it on that one, the Creality, and then the ANET. Also, I tried it on that one, but that one doesn't print at all. So.
Yeah. That just reminded me. I'm updating all my Octoprints right now because you don't want to get too far behind on them.
Yeah.
So I made that mistake and I had to reflash it because I'm like, I'm not going to manually do this. This is going to take forever.
So, word of advice, something I do every time now: image your SD card before you do the upgrade.
Well, I already have like 3 of them, so I just
Okay.
if I bomb one, I just make a copy. Do the DDIF, from that. So.
Yeah, local host. I agree with you on that. I have a couple cables that I did actually open up and snip the line on it, but the electrical tape works. Why overcomplicate things? Well, because we can, but no. Boop. Somebody just popped back in. Oh, hey, Kit. Hey, Kit. Yeah, it works.
There he is.
Squirrel.
You're really quiet, but it works.
Squirrel. Love it. Blue squirrel.
Yep, that's very true, local host. If you have a separate Linux computer, which we know you do, Shane, you can DD, or actually, Mr. I'm on a Mac, Greg, you can DD the image the card without even having to power off.
Give me a sec. Speaker
All right.
stopped working.
Speaker's not working. Okay. What was I doing?
Yeah, I regularly, well, not regularly, but I have a directory where I DD everything, all my SD cards periodically, and just dump them out.
What are you doing, Mo?
But it's almost quicker to just format it and reinstall it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because, well, I guess unless you can figure out the right block size, and but it takes forever. just to dump those things.
Nah, well, I'm on Windows, so I just power down, pop the card in my USB reader, and I have a couple utilities.
Yeah.
I actually have a PowerShell script now that does it for me.
Yeah, usually what I do is I just rsync the configuration folders over.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only downside to doing that is if you do blow it away and you go to put it back, sometimes the configurations that you backed up are not compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've ran into that once, and that was with the Telegram plugin.
Yeah, I don't do it too often, so it's like whatever.
The best thing to do is just to go to a Duet 2 Wi-Fi and not deal with Octoprint. That's what I've got on one of my computers now, or printers.
Railcore.
Yep, exactly. You got looks like you got the screen too.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's a useless thing." It's like, well, I can go and hit stop, and I don't need to go to the. It's like.
Yeah, I use my phone on mine, like the Shrek, the one that's screen printing. I just use the phone, but yeah, it would be nice to put a screen on it, but I'm not paying $150 or whatever they want.
Yeah,
screen. That's crazy.
No, do not scratch the new bed. No.
But I do like Duet. You can get a good Duet clone if you're okay with clones for like $80.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Come here.
So I'm getting ready to upgrade my Evo it's got a $30 Cheetah board, which has been great, but I'm going to upgrade it to a Duet soon. Duet clone.
Yeah. I was considering getting a Duet for this other printer, the ANET, but I got one of the SKRs.
Yeah, SKRs aren't bad, but
yeah.
I know I've got one of those on my Ender 3, and it's been working great. But the thing that really irritated me about it is I had to cut the pin for the TMC 22 lines.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. I don't like making hardware modifications.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides to the version 1.4.
Yeah.
1.3 is it was a jumper.
I don't know why they didn't put a jumper on there for that, because that's what everybody's going to be running. And I didn't want to run sensorless, but I also don't want to have to buy new drivers if I ever do want to run sensorless.
Yeah. Thankfully, I know how to solder, so I can fix it. But
same.
I understand like the annoyance of.
Yeah, well, you got to cut the pin. You still got to cut it to remove it. So because it's got the plastic header on there.
Yeah.
So earlier today, I found the CLI dump for the B core, and I was able to glean from that what to set my PIDs and everything to, and now I can't find it.
Yeah. It's out there somewhere.
Anyone have experience milling plastic?
Nope. I've experienced having it melt on me. Trying to mill it.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I've got a mostly CNC over there, but
yeah, I
haven't gotten it to work right yet.
Well, the new E3D thing, have you guys seen that? That lets you do milling?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I forget what they call it. It's got a weird acronym, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'll look it up here real quick here.
Block and chat.
I'm in the chat probably. ASMBL, that's what it is. Additive and subtractive manufacturing by layer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's the clean flight dump.
The only problem with it right now is you can't melt PLA because it melts it. But if they can figure out a way to do it. Yeah.
Oh, did the Alexa show up?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I haven't checked the tracking.
I haven't checked tracking.
Trying to do some live flying with this stupid SkyDroid, but it doesn't want to work on my computer. I don't know why. Only on my phone.
Okay, so proportionals 80, 80, 185. At 185 proportional for yaw.
That seems high, but it might be right.
30, 30, 0. Derivative 44, 44, 0.
Oh, it's here. I should go get that. I'll be back.
Oh, localhost, they actually have a backup and restore stuff for that now? That's cool.
What is feed forward? Oh, I'll leave that alone.
Feed forward kind of helps, I think, with some of the feel of the quad, but it also has something to do with the latency. But I can't remember. It's relatively recent.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at default for now. Yeah, 185, 45, 0.
Does Thingiverse block you from downloading stuff if you have an ad blocker?
That would be new if they do.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Because I have a Pi-hole and I run blockers. Oh, sure, we'll grab the Panther origami. Let's give that one a try.
Oh, they
Download
do.
all files. Downloading files in 3, 2, 1, and downloading.
Yeah,
it
worked.
It didn't work until I turned off ad blocker because I didn't get the countdown or anything. Now that I have it off, it's working.
Oh, so that's not just ad blocker. That's actually a JavaScript. You must be doing script blocking.
I just have the regular uBlock Origin installed. Let me see what it's blocking.
uBlock Origin blocks JavaScript. Okay. Rates. Okay, where did I see the rates? Here we are. RC rate 0.9.
That's high. You probably want it a lot lower than that, don't you?
Nah, it's what it was set to when I was flying it around my house a little bit ago.
Was it? It's twitchy.
Yeah. No. Rate 0, according to the default clean flight, RC rates at 90, expos at 65, 0.9, 0.65.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we are. Roll rate 80, so 0.8. There we go. Pitch rate 0.8. And yaw rate 0.5.
Actually, yeah, 0.9 is not too bad. I think it's like over 1 is twitchy. 0.9 is pretty normal.
And so RC rate is what they call super rate, right?
There is a super rate. There's both. One's at the ends.
Oh, there it is. Well, no, because I'm okay. Here's what I'm looking at. I'll drop it in the private chat.
Because you're on an older version of Betaflight, right? I think it's like.
I'm pulling this. I'm pulling my values from somebody's dump of an older version,
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
and I'm trying to translate them like I did earlier.
Uh,
Okay, Kit. Yep, Kit tried to join, but that was a no-go. His cord's not long enough. Yeah, the TPA of 0, that's what's weird.
You Sharpie.
Yeah, I normally have it over the throttle mid, not at 0. You probably want it like 1500.
TPA breakpoint, yeah, that's at 1500.
Yeah, it's usually about half, a little more than that.
I'm trying to figure out what. I know I changed these, and I don't remember what I changed them to.
Zolan, you have very nice handwriting.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You have very nice handwriting.
You?
Yeah, you do. Box from Zolan.
So localhost is asking what the current go-to board for quads these days. He's still got an Ace 32. I've got about 3 of those sitting in our cabinet.
Depends on what you want to fly.
Well, I know F4s are kind of the mainstream, but I know there's also the F7s that are becoming more popular.
Yeah.
Marcel can he's probably the most up-to-date on the latest. What would you say, Marcel? And you're on mute.
Sorry, what was the question?
What's the what would you say the go-to flight controller is right now?
For a what?
He didn't specify. I'm guessing if you had an Ace 32, probably a 5-inch.
Oh, diatone. Most commonly used, most affordable.
What about the Mambas? I see those a lot. Nothing. The Mamba. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, diatone is the Mamba.
Oh, that's the Mamba.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Let's try this again.
Yep.
We heard you.
And I can hear you. I found a extension cord. I just wasn't sure if it's still going to work because it's a rather long extension cord.
Ah.
Got it.
Yep.
But
Cool.
it seems to be working.
I had to buy the bubble wrap as well, hence why there was so much in the box.
I was confused as to why you had to buy the bubble wrap. I figured you had plenty laying around.
No, I wasn't thinking. I just grabbed it and went to the post office and went, oh, I forgot to grab packing material.
Fair enough. I have like miles of bubble wrap at home. Because this just goes back in the box, and I will reuse the box.
Oh, he's gonna fly. Sweet.
Beep, beep, beep,
You gotta tell us what you're flying to, Marcel.
beep, beep, beep.
Let's see the antenna.
So it's a backwards camera? Oh.
No, I think it was looking at his car.
I need to get some better antennas for my goggle. Oh. Ah, okay. And it locked.
I'm guessing Wi-Fi. Probably as soon as he armed it.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Yeah, mine. I did that the other day, and I couldn't. Well, I took my my Mac that I stream off of Wi-Fi, and then it was fine. But so I can probably do it now. No, not gonna work.
What do you want?
No, he gave up for the moment. Yeah, I got mine to work only by extending the USB cable and moving my receiver way off.
Yeah.
So that way I don't have to be anywhere near my Wi-Fi mesh. I've noticed the newbie doesn't do it to me, but all my other drones, when I kick them up, the VTX just wipes out all my internet.
Yeah, it's a lot of that's
network.
just the quality of the video transmitter, because some of them just really like bleed out.
Squash.
Yeah.
Well, and I noticed the what's the words I'm looking for? The VTXs on like my Beta 85X,
Mm-hmm.
it splashes. I have the nice clean signal
Yeah.
on one side of my sweep, and then I have a hash of a reflection on the
Yeah.
other side.
Well, it might. Yeah. That's pretty common. It's just how it propagates. Sometimes you get multipath interference too, with all the reflection of the signal.
Well, and I am doing this with 2 giant metal cabinets right next to it.
Yeah, you're probably getting multipath. Because 5.8 really likes to bounce around on metal.
Oh yeah.
I'm not getting anything to work today.
That was me yesterday.
That reminds me, I still got about 10 1S batteries to fly before 8 o'clock. Then it's day 2. I don't like to leave them charged for more than 2 days.
Oh yeah, I still need to figure out how to discharge batteries to charge levels.
You can get, there is actually one of those chargers I sent you, the reactor. That one has a discharge, but it's got to be, I think, 2S and higher.
Right.
You can also get like a discharge board with the light bulbs for like $20-$30.
Well, can the EV Peak do it?
No, I don't think.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
I don't think that one has a discharge. Now, if you get the, I can't remember. I don't think I sent you one of the other ones, but there's the real popular ones now. What are they? I can't think of the name of them. I've got like 2 sitting over here. Let me look.
You don't need a ham license to fly FPV. If you stay below a certain power range, there are actually FCC allowed frequencies in the 5.8 gigahertz range.
Yeah, the ISTDs can do them too, but they're just using like shunt resistors, so they're not as efficient as
Hey, Llama.
some of the others.
Hello.
Hey, Llama.
Hey, Llama.
Hey, Llama.
All right. Well, I'm on air in 15 minutes, so I'm gonna go.
All right.
Bye.
All right. See you later.
What?
Peace out.
I just said see you later.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, Devin.
Localhost, to get your technician, which is all you need, literally just go to QRZ.com and do the practice test over and over and over.
Yep.
If
I
you
went
start,
through
if you continually get 90% when you do it, you'll have no issue.
I went through a class for 3 months for mine, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just do some practice tests. So I sat down for like 2 days, did the practice test, and I got 100%. And the guy that administered the test was like, and I got done in like 10 minutes. He's like, what in the world? And they weren't used to seeing that. Pretty funny.
Hey, Llama.
Hey,
How'd your print come out?
Mediocre. Not bad considering. I mean, it's a little stringy and has a few issues, but what do you expect out of a, first round
yeah.
setup with the slicer again? Because like a dumbass, I deleted all my slicer profiles again.
Well, I'm printing my first Idea Maker slice right now, and it seems to be going pretty good.
Yeah, well, I've been using the stupid, I shouldn't say stupid, it's very awesome, the beta profile thingy, just playing with it since I deleted all my profiles like a moron. They're pretty accurate. I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it looks good.
Well, I mean, it's really not. If you look closer, it's stringy.
Hang on. Where are you? There you are.
There. Focus.
So is that PLA or is that PETG?
Yeah, that's actually really old Hatchbox, which could be half the problem.
Yeah,
probably just
like
a little higher.
Like 2-year-old roll of Hatchbox, but I mean, it's dry. I know it's fine because it's sitting in my dry box, so there's nothing wrong with it. But how many of you have used GreenGate 3D's filament?
Yes, it's awesome.
I use a lot of it.
Until it gets wet.
I've got one of the samples now. Yes, I said I'm going to print with a sample.
But you need to dry it.
My last sample of theirs.
You need to dry it.
Or it sucks wet at all.
It's been sitting in my dry boxes, so it's dry.
Okay.
It's like
everything dries out in these boxes.
And it does not require as much temp as normal PETG.
Yeah, it's like halfway in between. You do like 215, 220, right?
Yep.
And a little bit slower.
Yep, and no fan or very low fan.
Very little fan.
Yep.
Yeah, too much fan, it gets brittle.
Yeah.
All right, let's fire it up because I'm going to feed that.
It is. It's beautiful filament. I've got their black, red, like a Mars red, and I forget the other one.
I think that's what I have as a sample of their Mars red.
Yeah, the red is awesome. That's my favorite one.
I did do a little bit with their transparent blue before I threw it across.
Yeah, well, that's the other one. I bought the blue. Yeah.
I have the red, the Mars red. I have their spearmint green. I have the slice orange, and I have the purple rain, which is really beautiful.
Yeah, that transparent blue is a lot better because, like, when he sent me the samples, I'm like, I really want to try that Mars red, and then he sent me like 3 different samples. The Mars red, which I requested, which is nice, but that transparent, like, ice blue is just freaking amazing. That is an absolutely gorgeous color.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, one other one that I threw across the room and threw out because it was all tangled and broken.
There's like a grapefruit one too.
I gotta remember what I did with it. Here it is. I have a sample of Mars red.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Which, of course, is going to be a nightmare because it's all.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
So the guy I bought that drone from, he's going to get it packaged and sent tomorrow.
Nice.
I don't think that's enough to do anything with.
Wyatt.
It's really not enough to do anything with, is it?
Oh yeah, you could print a bench here. You could probably print a benchy on that.
No, this isn't enough.
There's enough. Just do 10% infill.
I was going to actually do the vase.
Oh yeah, probably not for a vase.
But I don't
Oh, actually, if he does spiralize, that's enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll give it a shot because, as you guys will see very soon, hopefully they're going to post it tomorrow with all the pictures.
Because I did Geeky Phase vase at 50% with the pink grapefruit sample, and still had about half of it left.
Wow.
Yeah, well, this is only about a third of the sample because when I first started winding it up, it kept breaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, this is literally nothing. It's like 6 rounds. I don't. That ain't enough.
You're right then.
That's not enough to do.
I forgot you were having the breaking issues.
Yeah, this isn't what I tossed across the room, but it broke too when I was winding it on the spool.
I have learned with a lot of the samples.
Dry boxes.
I've learned with a lot of my samples, open them up, throw them in the dry box, ignore them for a month.
Yep, that's pretty much what I did.
Because if you try to play with it before then,
you
risk breaking.
Now it's all flexy.
Well, I remember that
a month ago.
One of those alien boxes had some of that carbon fiber filament, and it actually broke off inside my Hemera. That was real fun. I had to like flip the whole stupid printer upside down and pull it out, and
oh god, that's the problem with the Hemera. I love my Hemera. There are definite design errors in that freaking thing.
Yeah, if something breaks off, you're in trouble. It's not.
I have torn that thing apart like 6 times now.
Yeah,
both of them. Now that I got it, it's not bad.
I like it. I mean, but I did notice.
I like it. I wouldn't get rid of it.
It seems like it goes pretty easily. Like once you go above 60, at least on the printer I'm got it on.
I was going to say I'm printing with my Hemera at about 150.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And you don't notice ghosting?
No ghosting.
Maybe I got it.
Now this is a full 3D fused rail setup.
Yeah, mine's on rails too, but it's all DIY. But I'm also like I'm super anal. I'll look at it, every which way in the light just to see it.
No, if I had I've got parts I printed on it that you can't even tell they're printed. I mean, my wife thought it was plastic molded injected.
Wow, that's cool.
Let's see how much it's going to actually say I need to use. And I'm guessing I got about 3 meters there.
Yeah, because this. Oh, I'm not on an actual camera, so I can't show you. Never mind.
No, you are not. You're on the Raccoony camera.
Yeah.
It'd be sweet if you could show stuff with raccoon hands.
Start slicing. Edit. Come on. First layer height. I actually wanted 2, not 3. I don't know why all these systems think you want a layer height of 3. It just makes no sense. It's way too tall for most filament grab printers.
I like my Hemeras, but I've also learned real quick and how to take off the heat sink side, so that way if I do get a jam, I can get it cleaned out quickly.
Yeah, I have not had a jam yet. Knock on wood.
I had a jam. It was partly my own fault. I forgot to loosen up the grab gear,
Mhm.
and I was feeding Ninja Flex into it.
Oh yeah. You know, I've been able to print Flex, even the super soft Ninja Flex, with
Oh yeah, no.
extension. I mean, but all the way cranked. So you're saying you loosen it up? Or no?
I loosen to feed to get it initially fed. I loosen it up,
Gotcha.
and then I tighten it just a little bit.
Yep.
Because if I feed it with it tight where I normally have it, it'll. I have no clue. Oh, that was Kit. He's having headset issues.
Sorry.
No problem.
Well,
If I go to feed it, every
Why
now
did
and then it'll kick off to a side, and that's when the gear will grab it and start pulling it around in the wrong way.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
filament. It says 46.9 grams, which I know I don't have that. But for some reason I put a top layer on it when I put it in spiral mode. And there shouldn't be any top layers. Solid infill. Oh, I put 0 bottom and 3 top.
There you
3
go.
bottom, 0 top. How about that? That would explain my stupid freaking slicing here. Looks like you lower the filament usage. Doesn't give me meters. Why doesn't it give me meters? Should give me meters of usage.
This is stuff I've been trying to get to print.
Coax.
It's 40D Flex TPE.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's
And this stuff has been kind of a royal pain in the ass.
yeah.
40D? Wow.
40D.
That's
Yeah,
about
I saw that.
it.
I guarantee I can print that right out of the box. Guarantee it. On one of my 3 printers. Probably all 3 of them.
Is that the short hardness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
D40. Oh,
40D is like.
that's an
75,
85. Yeah, that's the same as
80,
Ninja Flex.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
I mean, it's rubbery, but it's not.
Yeah, because Ninja Flex is
It's
85A.
not yellowy.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, let's try this. Close preview. If I scale it and make it like 1.
Oh, we lost Marcel for a moment. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Ninja Flex isn't too bad. I know the other one that I had trouble with until I got the Himera was Push Plastics TPE. I don't know if you ever tried their stuff, but it's
No, I
pretty-
haven't yet.
It's nice though. They've got really good colors.
Yeah, I like Push Plastics. I
Yeah.
used to use them a lot. I keep forgetting about them, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I used to use them a lot.
Yep.
They make it like a maroon that seems to always be on sale.
Yeah.
And it's not really maroon. It's kind of like almost pinky. It's not really pink. It's a beautiful color. And it's always on sale. It's always like $19.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And it's good stuff. I used to use it all the time. I'm trying to think if I still got anything around here with it printed.
My go-to for the drone stuff is SaneSmart TPU because it's actually more like a semi-flex, but I mean it works great for canopy. I mean it's near indestructible, but it's not too soft either. It's kind of in between.
I wonder if I could pull this off.
And I think you can print it on a stock ender.
Do you think that's 27 grams? I don't think so.
No, that might be. I'd say probably 20 to 25. It's hard to say because you got one of Josh's spools because his are 50
No, I don't.
because you kind of
I can't afford to be in.
Yeah.
Somewhere around here, I got a scale. Not that this will fit on it. I don't know what the hell I did with it.
I don't know. That might be close. I bet you got 25 there. Well, you said you needed 27, right?
It says 27.3.
Well, you could always, if you run out, you could always cram some more of a different color in just for the
I
top.
don't really have any other PE. Actually, I do have PETG now. Not
Yeah,
much.
but then he's got to worry about temp differences because it's a different.
Let's
But that's no big deal. I can kick the temp up.
manually change it. Yeah.
I'm on a freaking duet over here. I can do whatever the hell I
That's
want.
right. Yeah, that's easy. Very easy on a duet.
the one good thing about the Duet. You just go stop, pause, hold a second, here, click,
Yep.
okay.
It resumes. Yep. I like Duet. I mean, it took me like a day to get used to it because it's just so intuitive.
There's a lot I like about it. There's a lot I dislike about it.
What do you not like about it?
I don't like that you have to buy their stupid screen. I don't.
I just didn't buy.
That's my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
I worked, with machinery my whole life, so I have this built-in safety thing that, for one, I want an off button that I can reach over and push in case of an emergency.
That's the whole reason why I have one.
Load a freaking web page and wait for the build, and then hit stop, and then wait for it to finish whatever line of freaking code it's printing.
Yeah.
When I want an emergency. Boom! Stop now.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can put a Marlin panel on there too.
Nope.
I thought you could.
Nope.
No.
I thought
The
it was
only screen you can put on there is one of
Take care of
No, that's
And
it.
it's just because of coding. They just don't want to waste time coding because they want to tell you because it's got all the stuff to do it. Everyone says it's possible. It's just they won't do it. I think there's a couple people who've hacked it so you can.
Maybe that's what I saw. Yeah, because I remember seeing it somewhere.
The new Panatuck, whatever board that runs RipRap firmware also, that will take a regular screen, and it's like half the price of the Duet.
Oh, okay.
Just as good from what I've seen.
There we go.
Yeah. And I've heard the clone screens aren't that good, so I never bought one.
No, I don't want a touch screen either. I don't.
Yeah.
I want a regular cheapo. All I want to do is be able to look over at it and say, okay, the temperature's holding. It's doing this and that, and be able to kill it. It's just one of those. I need that stupid quick view readout, and everyone's like, "Oh, you can just use an iPad or a phone," but you still have to wait for the page to load
it up.
Know the web address for it if you can't think of it off your head. It's not the same as going click stop.
Well, there's always the power button. That's what I use sometimes if it's really that
I
big.
don't really have a power button other than I do have a power button.
On one of my printer, my 3D
There's no need.
Fuse setup, I have a hardware button on the Pi.
Yeah.
That when I hit it, it does. When I hit the button, it stops the printer on the ender, and it sends a stop to Octoprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
And the other thing I don't like about the RepRap firmware / Duet is the way they set up the stepper drivers. They are not that quiet. They can be quieter. This thing is not that quiet. My FPS Gen O with 2208s on it is way quieter. Way quieter. At faster speeds. And I have tried everything. I went through that thing. It took a whole day. It's the one good thing about the Duet and RipRap firmware is I literally, during a print, can go through and reset all that crap. I can set it up at 16 steps, integrated, which is their recommended, and I found is the best. Mm-hmm. Or I can sit there and go, 16, 32, 56, 128, 256, and try each one of them to see how quiet it is.
Running recommended. That can't be the best.
They're integrated is what actually silences it. They have
it was a joke.
16-step integrated. I don't know what the integrated does, but it silences the motor some. It's definitely quieter. It's the quietest version that I could get on there. And honestly, I think the biggest problem is the motors I got aren't really tuned to those steppers or whatever, because that's what everyone says is, oh, you need to get these motors or these motors or these motors. These are the best ones. These will run quieter. It's like, okay. Why didn't someone say that, 4 years ago when I bought the freaking thing?
I just put 0.9 degree steppers on my 4XY in the corner there. And
I did that, and I tore them off a month later.
Oh, really? You didn't like them? Why not?
Again, they weren't any quieter.
Oh.
And I actually had to make them louder to get enough balls behind them to not keep missing steps.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems.
Over amp them and get them. They were running hot and they were really loud to get
Ooh,
Which
I just
one
almost
did you
rolled my chair over a drone.
Oh no.
Oops, no, don't do that. I don't remember where I got them.
I know there's the
They were halfway decent ones. They weren't like anything super fancy.
yeah.
Years ago.
I'm trying the Ziltech one.
Stepper Motors Online or something like that. I got
Yeah.
them from. They were LDO.
Oh, LDOs, yeah. I'm trying this Ziltech with the
This was like I said, this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah.
Flies.
I started building this thing.
I know the Moons are the kind of the Cadillac version of them.
Yeah, I like the Moons. I got that as my stepper, or the stepper for my extruder.
Yeah.
Because the E3D one had no balls, so.
Yeah, mine were actually bigger than the one. Like I had the 1.850 4-ounce torque or whatever, and these are actually a little bit bigger than those. So
Yeah, see, that's the other thing is I got bigger steppers on here too.
yeah,
Those are normally they're what 40 or 42 millimeters tall. They're
Yeah.
all rated for the height, and these are 48s.
yeah. I think mine are even bigger than that. I had to lower my side extrusion to fit them.
You might as well almost go to NEMA 24s when you get much bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't need them any bigger because I'm only doing a 300 millimeter.
Honestly, you know what I found works better than going to bigger to the 0.9s? I put a really small pulley on the motor and 32s on either side of the X, and it gets like
Yeah,
0.025 accuracy for
Yeah.
the height I want to.
I went more because I wanted to try to eliminate those really small belt artifacts that you tend to see, like the motion artifacts, the ripples. Just trying to chase that perfect print finish.
That's the other thing. I've not gotten a now I've not gotten as nice of a print out of this thing ever as I have out of either one of these, which are both regular Marlins. I have always put a huge nozzle on it too, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's always been a point. The smallest I ever had on it was a 0.6
Mhm.
instead of 0.8 on it now. So I can't really say the quality isn't there because
Yeah, I never really truly tested it compared.
I never set it side by side with a point. But I mean that is a 0.8 nozzle, so
Yeah,
that's not terrible. It is a little gloopy even for it, but for a first round right off their beta site for the thing, the hull is like that's usually the first thing that I have problems with.
Usually it's like kind of
part of the hull.
Yep.
It's absolutely that's the best part of the whole print.
Yeah, so your cooling must not be too bad.
Yeah, but then it's all stringy as you get up here. It doesn't bigger. I don't think the bigger nozzle plain and simply likes to do little.
Yeah,
stringy went away as soon as it got up, and there was enough.
Yeah, there's just not enough. You probably got to up your retraction a tiny bit.
I can't go any higher. It's
Oh.
already packed out for the Humera.
Yeah, what is the max on the Humera?
0.7 now. They used to say 1.2, but now they're saying don't go above 0.7 because
Wow, really? Yeah, I think I'm running mine at 0.6.
Yeah, I run all my retractions at 0.5 on my Humera.
Yeah.
Is that so, they say not to go over it because it might jam?
It will jam. They pretty much will tell you outright it's gonna because you're pulling enough. That's basically, from what I understand, it's the thickness of the
Yeah,
zone where if you blow up to the top of the heat break with liquid filament, it's gonna cool instead.
Well, what if you use the titanium heat break? Does that include
It's worse.
It's worse? Wow.
Yeah,
if you're running PETG or whatever else, it's fine. But if you're running PLA, having that retraction higher and that titanium heat break is not as good.
PLA will stick to metal worse than PETG does.
Yeah, I've had
glues itself to metal.
Oh yeah, I've had problems with those clone heat breaks because I used to, I mean, when you can buy an entire hot end for $7, it's hard not to. So, but
if you're gonna run strictly PLA, you're better off really with a line hot end.
Yeah, and that's what I do. So I get the 4. What is it? They call it the 4.2 heat break, and it's just like Creality. You run the Bowden tube all the way down into the up against the nozzle. Those work great.
Yeah, a line hot end, as long as it's set up and everything's
Yeah.
right, you're
You still
better
get
off.
the
The reason all metal hot ends, they weren't really metal, they were ceramic or whatever. But
Yeah.
line hot ends came about because they were actually better for play.
And the other thing you said,
all metal and all ceramic hot ends were original.
yeah,
They didn't start lining it until they started having problems with it sticking
for
to the
jamming.
metal.
I know oiling is another way to kind of help it, but I've had good stuff with that.
I've done that. It never just made it smell funny.
Yeah. Some people it works, but
like fried food.
The oiling, and see that's the other thing. My titanium heat break I put in only a few days ago. Everything I've seen, and read online says the longer you use it, the better it gets.
Yeah.
You'll
It seasons it.
Well, it'll wear itself. It'll start smoothing itself out. If anything, as it wears. And two, I would assume the titanium is gonna like season.
Yeah.
Like a good, I don't know if you ever see a chef in a restaurant. They always have that one seasoned pan that they never allow the dishwasher to wash because it literally never gets washed. They burn the oil onto it.
It's like the cast iron stuff.
We are a cast iron household.
Yeah. I love cast iron. It's kind of a pain to clean, but I love it.
I liked my cast iron until I got a glass top stove.
Yeah.
Then no more cast iron.
Now it's all the inductive stuff.
No, I got all stainless steel with
stainless.
almost everything I got is stainless steel with the brass or copper bottoms.
Cast iron will work on inductive.
Yeah.
The problem with it is that you accidentally drop it.
Yes.
Well, it scratches the glass eventually too. I don't care what the glass ain't that hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it ain't that hard. It'll eventually scratch it. It doesn't right away, but if you use a good copper or brass bottomed stainless steel pot pan, the glass will last you forever.
No, my wife loves cast iron, so.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm kind of for I always worked in restaurants growing up. My mother was a baker. My brother was a freaking major chef in the area back in the day. So I always grew up, with restaurant-y stuff. And, I've got all freaking German steel knives and that kind of crap. But I kind of leaned away from gas. I almost like electric better now.
It depends. For most of my cooking, I actually kind of prefer electric, but for doing anything like my brewing and stuff, give me gas. I need the higher heat.
Yeah. Well, gas is definitely faster and more adjustable.
One exception is the 400 watt inductive standalone burner. When I'm doing the boiling a 10-gallon pot of water, that thing is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just going to go for it and just
send it.
Try it.
Just send it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to even get halfway up it, but turn the heater on, turn the bed on. That's the other thing I don't like about this is you have to activate the heater's bed temperature, 70-ish.
Yeah.
And 220 for heater.
I would start there.
You want to know my settings, Llama? Because I got a profile for it. Hang on.
I got to re-slice it because I got.
All right. So, here's what I found that worked. All right, it's
over 70 degrees for the bed.
Well, I did 85 on the heated bed, and I did 240 for the temp. But that seems kind of high.
That's regular, way high.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm on the right one now. 225.
Yeah, 225
for the temp, and then I still did 85 though for the bed.
My bed won't do 85, so
then just go as high as you can go. Do 70.
70 should work. And this is on PEI, so.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is my
watch your squish.
And then 25% for fan speed.
The green gate stuff will fuse to PEI if you have too much squish.
Yeah, you might want to.
Yeah, I always when I do PETG on the PEI, I just put a little glue stick on it.
Yeah, glue stick.
Okay, then you're good.
No. Many sheets.
I have to change the fan too. What'd you say about 25%?
25%. Yep.
cooling.
And don't even turn the fan on until you get past layer 3.
I never do, even with PLA.
Okay.
I usually do like layer with PLA, depending on what I'm doing. If it's really big, I'll start cooling it. But usually I do like layer 2 or layer 3 at 50 to 75%, and then layer 4 is 100.
Yep. For me on my Hemera layer 4, because of the ducting I have, I never go above 80.
The problem is here's another thing. I don't think my fan will even start until it hits about 60.
Mm.
So we'll find out. I can always, again, I'm using the Duet, so I can just ramp it up.
Yeah.
It doesn't fire up.
So I got that frame put together, as you saw, Greg.
Yeah, nice.
What frame? We can't see it. All we see is this goofy raccoon that keeps waving his
There
tail.
was no instructions online on how to assemble this dang thing.
That's a little surprising, but not too surprising, I guess.
I had to pull the step file into Fusion and use the measuring
What?
tool to figure out what went where.
Wow. Oh, man.
All right, I got to pull this PLA out of here, which it should be able to do now. Extrude a little bit. Okay, and then remove a lot bit. And that's that. It's already out. That was easy. And I think I'm just going to set this stuff on the little spool holder-y thing.
There, now you can see it.
And then feed it up.
Nice. Yeah, it looks really good.
Anyways,
Looks
What am I
solid.
missing? I'm not seeing it. All I'm seeing is I missed it. What am I looking at? Oh, that's the one you were posting on
Yeah.
Twitter or something recently.
Now, hopefully the camera, well, you'll have to angle the camera up a little
camera
bit.
sits here, and if you
Yeah.
angle just a little.
Yeah.
That's a weird frame. I've never seen it quite like that.
Yeah, it's kind of,
The extra outside box.
yep.
Well, I wanted something that was a little more sturdy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then I've been reading online, people are having an issue with it flexing with 5-inch props,
Mm.
and it actually clipping.
That's interesting.
But there's an added support that I can print that puts another piece going across the top. It'll be fun.
All right, well, speaking of drones, I got to go finish off those 10 packs before we
10?
get started. So, yeah.
Wow.
Well, they're just 1S, but, you know.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Okay.
well, I'll pick up with you later. Good chatting with you
I
guys.
actually think I might kick this down anyways because I need to get some stuff done around the house.
Good hanging out.
Talk to you all later. And everybody who is watching us, have a good afternoon, evening, and
You bolt now that I'm getting ready to print?
yeah, we're closing down.
Well, you got to maybe start up your own stream, Lama, and we can join.
Yeah, start your own.
Yep.
Yeah, you got Shane, you got they may join you.
There you go. All right.
I'll do it right now.
Later, everyone.
Later.
And